সবাই মাইক্রোফোন অফ রাখবেন। আমাদের ইভাগাল ম্যাম আছে, উনি প্রেজেন্টেশন শেষ করলে দেন আমরা 1 বাই 1 সবার কোশ্চেন নিব। ততক্ষণ পর্যন্ত কেউ মাইক্রোফোন অন করবেন না।
ওকে, ঠিক আছে ম্যাম।
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, hello, nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Everything is fine, and thank you for joining to this webinar. First of all, I would like to thank you for organizing this webinar, Jubed and Sabrina and StudyFirstInfo. You must know that they are our contracted and really long-time partners, so you can trust them. You can apply through their help. They know everything about our admission procedure, and they have really good experience in the visa process as well, because this is an individual process, so it's not belongs to the university. You have to do it by yourself or with the agency help. First of all, if everybody is here, I will show you a short presentation about Budapest, about Hungary, about the university, and when I finish with the presentation, of course, I can answer if you have any question or if you have any, if you need more details about anything regarding the admission process or living in Budapest or about the university. So if I can start the presentation, just let me know.
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay, give me a second. Can you see it? Can you see the presentation? Okay, so first of all, about Hungary's location, because I'm not sure if you know it or if anybody of you have been here in Hungary. So we are almost in the center of Europe. So all the big European countries are really close to Hungary, really easily. We are the member of the European Union and Schengen zone. When you will come to Hungary, you will get the residency permit with your student visa. And with the residency permit, you will have the same right as me as a Hungarian. So it's really easy to travel. So we always tell the student to explore not only Hungary, but the European country as well. Budapest and Hungary, we are a cultural city and a cultural country. In Budapest, there are more than 30 theaters, more than 200 museums, art galleries. It is the home of several UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So it's a really popular city, not among the students, but among the tourists as well. We were awarded the best European destination in 2019. We have now many international students in Budapest, so there are many events for the international students, many programs for them. So you won't be bored here in Budapest if you will come to us and you will come and study at our university. What opportunities the students have in Hungary, it's really important to know. The government allowed the student to work in a part-time job besides the classes. You are allowed to work 27 hours per week. And if you will find a job, you can earn around 300, 400 euro, depending on the company at which you are working at. And you can see that the average monthly living costs in Hungary around 600 euro per month with accommodation. It's really important that this price is with accommodation. The university has dormitories, but of course, if you have friends here or any other option, you do not need to choose our dormitory. Of course, it is allowed to go any other accommodation, flat, apartment. So it's depend on your choice. Metropolitan University, what you have to know about the university, we are a private university, the biggest private university in Hungary. The university was founded in 2001, and we started, it is a really interesting fact, we started with 126. We have around 7,000 students, from which number 1,500 are international students. We have more than 20 English-speaking programs on bachelor and on master level, and it's really important that our degree is an accredited one, so it will be accepted all over Europe, so everywhere. As I mentioned, our university is the biggest private university. The university has 3 campus buildings. The main one and the oldest one is the Nagy Lajos campus. You can see that it has a really unique round shape. All the business-related programs, so business administration and management, marketing, tourism, communication, international relations will be studied here at this campus. The other campus is the Info Park campus, which is the new campus. It is at the Buda side, because you know that Budapest located or took place both 2 sides of the river of Danube. And the Nagy Lajos campus is at the Pest side. The Info Park campus is at the Buda side, which is a really new area. Many university campuses located here. So this is a new one, and the aim of the management that in a few years, all the programs will move here to the Info Park campus. And the smallest one, the Rózsa campus, which the student can study the art-related programs, design management, animation. So all the art-related programs will be studied here. The university has 4 main programs: business, communication, and tourism and art, both on bachelor and on master level, and as I mentioned, taught in English. You can see the program list here, but you do not have to sign or write anything down, because your agent can help you. They can give more detailed information of all of the programs. It is important to know that business-related programs, so business administration and management, commerce and marketing, tourism and catering, communication and media science, and international relations has 2 intake in a year. So they start in September and in February as well. You can see the tuition fees here. It's important that these fees per semester tuition fees. And it's important to know that the bachelor programs generally last for 3 years or 3 years and a half. So they include 6 or 7 semesters. The only exception is the tourism and catering, which includes 8 semesters. And the reason of this, because there is a mandatory internship year in this program. So the student have to work a year at a company which is related to tourism. So it could be a hotel, it could be a restaurant, it could be a travel agency, or any company which in connection with the tourism. What we can offer in art, it is animation, environmental design, graphic design, and film and media studies. And these programs last for 3 years. And important to know that if any of you would like to apply to art programs, these programs only start in September, so has only 1 intake. But now the application is open for the fall intake, so all of the program, you can apply all of our programs, because all the programs will start. But we can offer on master level in business, communication, and tourism. It is communication and media studies, management and leadership, marketing, tourism management, and master of business administration. And the master programs last for 2 years, so these programs include 4 semesters. And similar to the bachelor level, the business-related programs have 2 intakes in September and in February. And you can see the tuition fees here as well. We have, of course, art program on master level as well, art and design management and graphic design, and the program lasts for 2 years. About our education system, it's really important to know that we have a practice-based education systems. It means that during your education, there will be many internships. you have to finish 3 portfolio works at the end of each semester, so you can gather experiences. Later, you can build these experiences into your CV or into your portfolio work. And there are some short courses you can, of course, choose which are you interested in, and you can learn that the sales and negotiation techniques, media skills, project management, storytelling, time management, communication or manipulation. So these are really, really useful skills in the real life later. About the admission process, which is the most important thing to mention here, because if you would like to apply to the university, of course, you have to go through this process. The first important thing that you have to upload all the necessary, the required documentation. The most important that the passport must be uploaded. Of course, every time check the expiry date, because it can be less than 6 months. And the other important thing, the previous school result. And I have to mention here that to apply to the university, the most important requirement is the 60% GPA. So from your previous school results, the average must be 60% to apply to the university. Because when our admission team will check your documentation, the first thing they will check the 60% GPA. And unfortunately, if it is less, you will be rejected. But it is really easy to check, because on your school certificate, always there is a grading system, and you can easily check that your average school result is under or above the 60%. The other important thing to know that for our admission process, because we have an online Zoom interview, which is a mandatory step in the admission process, we do not need IELTS certificate. So the certificate itself. Of course, the English knowledge is a must, because everything will be taught in English. But for the admission process, as I mentioned, there is the English certificate is not a requirement, because the English knowledge will be tested at the Zoom interview. And if somebody needs a certificate for the visa, of course, we can provide at the end of the admission process. It is important to mention that in case of some program on bachelor level, so only in case of bachelor level, and you can see that in case of 3 subjects, 3 programs, business administration and management, and catering, there is a mandatory math test, which is 40 minutes, and you will get 10 questions with multiple choice option, and the topics from the high school, the secondary school topics. So that's why in case of master student, this is not a mandatory thing. They don't have to write the math test. Only in case of bachelor applicants, and in case of business administration and management, commerce and marketing, and tourism and catering. The StudyFirstInfo has our example math test, which includes 25 questions, 25 exercises, of course, with solution. So if you prepare, if you go through this question, I think there won't be any problem at the math test, because the question, of course, won't be the same, but really, really similar. And you can see if you answer 1, 2, or 3 questions correctly, unfortunately, you fail the math test, the interview will stop. If you answer 4, 5, 6 questions correctly, it means that you can go on to the oral part, and if it's a successful one, foundation preparatory semester will be offered to you. It is a 1 semester preparatory program to increase your math knowledge. And if you answer 7, 8, 9, 10 questions, of course, the math test was a successful one or is a successful one, and you can go on to the Zoom interview. The Zoom interview, as I mentioned, mandatory for everybody, and it's divided 3 main parts. The first is just a warming up. So you can speak about yourself, about your country, about your hobbies, about your family. So this is just a short conversation about yourself. The most important thing is the personal motivation. So why you choose our university, why you choose the program you would like to study at, what are your plan after the graduation, what kind of job would you like to find with the degree, or what kind of company, business would you like to start. So please prepare program-related questions. So why you choose the program and what is your aim, your purpose after the graduation. And the last one is a basic knowledge about Hungary. It's really important to read through some because these questions are similar to the question you will get at the visa interview later. So after you completed the Zoom interview, in 2 days you will get the answer if you are accepted or rejected. And if you are accepted, you have to indicate that what you will need from the university. There are 2 mandatory fees you have to pay to get our final acceptance letter. The first is the registration plus enrollment fee, which is €200 altogether. The registration fee must be paid after submitting the application, so you will get an automatic invoice. And the enrollment fee must be paid after the successful Zoom interview, together with the other fees. And the tuition fee. So as I mentioned, there are 2 mandatory fees. One of them is the €200 registration plus enrollment fee, and the other is the tuition fee, the first year tuition fee. It is important, the first and the second semester tuition fee, which in case of bachelor applicants could be between €8,000 and €10,000, and it's similar on master level as well. It depends on the chosen program. And you have to indicate that you will need a dormitory from the university side, you will need a visa assistance from us, or a healthcare insurance. These are optional things, but you indicate them with yes. You have to pay the fees of these things as well to get the final acceptance letter. In case of dormitory, there is a dormitory deposit, which is €750. It is similar if you are renting a flat. So when you are moving out from the dormitory, of course, you will get it back. And you have to pay 3 months rental fee, which is €1,200. The visa assistance fee is €150, and this is only a documentation check by our legal advisor. So it means that when you completed our admission process, you have to start to collect the documents for the visa. And when everything is collected, you have to send it to our admission team, and they will forward it to our legal advisor, and she will read it through, she will check. And of course, if something is missing or need to be corrected, she will, of course, tell it to you. And the last one is the healthcare insurance. We have a really good contracted partners called Medicover, and they give this healthcare insurance for a semester, so for 6 months. But if you have, as I mentioned, something better from your country, it is not mandatory to accept our offer. The application for the fall intake now open, and there is an early bird discount now, which means 10% discount from the first year tuition fee. The early bird period is the end of April 2024. And it's important to mention here, if you submit your application in 2 weeks after this webinar, you will be eligible for the webinar discount as well, which means 10% discount from the first semester tuition fee. And it's really important, if you submit your application, you have to mention the name of the agency who organized this webinar. So the name and submit your application in 2 weeks from now. If you mention that educational fair or anything else, unfortunately, you won't be eligible for the discount, the webinar discount. And the application deadline you can see here for you, it is the end of July, because the visa process, you can calculate with 1 month and a half or 2 months to get the answer, to get the result of the visa decision. So that's why we have to close the application at the end of July. As I mentioned, we have dormitories. The university has 2 contracted partners. One of them is the CU Residence Center and the other is the Novoin. The CU Residence Center is a little bit bigger one. It's like a conference-style hotel. It has a swimming pool, a sauna, a gym, a cafeteria inside. It is 10 minutes far from the Nagy Lajos campus, so it's 4 bus stops. And the other is the Novain, which has 6 apartments only, so a little bit smaller, a familiar one, but it is only less than 200 meters, so the opposite side of the university building, so really, really close. And both of them can offer single and shared room for you. What kind of scholarship we can offer to you? Because we do not have Stipendium Hungaricum. This is a governmental-owned scholarship. I think some of them heard about it, but as we are a private university, unfortunately, we do not have it. But we can offer it. It is an excellent scholarship, and we can offer it for 30 new students. And it means 15% discount from the first year tuition fee. And it is an award, so you are not able to apply directly for the scholarship. After the admission process, our admission team can award you this scholarship. And what they will check your English knowledge, they will check the Zoom interview performance. So the personal motivation I mentioned, it is really important. So they will evaluate that part. And the GPA. I mentioned that to apply to the university, the minimum is 60%. And because this is a merit-based scholarship, so that's why the GPA should be equal with 90% to be awarded for this scholarship. And the last thing is the Erasmus program. I am sure that some of them heard about it. This is an exchange program. So when you come to the university, you have to complete the first year here. You have to choose a new language besides the English. It could be German, French, Spanish, or Swedish. You will have 4 free classes in a week for free of charge, of course. And from the second year, you can apply for the Erasmus program, and you can study a semester any of our partner universities. We have more than 200 partner universities all over the world. And which is important, you can collect credit during the exchange semester. You will get a scholarship. It's around 500 euro per month. And it's no matter which university you will go and study, you have to pay the same tuition fee as you would pay here at our university. So if anybody would like to study and try another university in Europe or in anywhere in the world, I just can recommend to participate in this Erasmus program. And that's it. I think these are the most important thing. But of course, if you have any question, I can answer.
So
It's a good question. So they are checking if they would like to apply for bachelor. They are checking the high school results or the final certificate. So it must be equal or above 60%.
University.
Yes, you can bring your spouse and children with you, but we always recommend, because the university will give and issue the final acceptance letter to you. We are not able to write or send any invitation letter for the spouse or the children. So first of all, you should come to Hungary. You have to start the studying here. You must enroll and be active student. And then after it, your spouse can apply for the short-time visa. And when they are here with the kids in Hungary, apply for the family reunification. And this is the way they can come with you, but not at the same time. We always recommend, because it's a bigger chance, all of you, for you as well and your family as well, to get the visa to Hungary if you are applying separately. So first you should come here, you should be active student, and then your family can follow you. Unfortunately, in international relations, we do not have master program, only on bachelor level. I have to check what we can offer to you. Business-related programs we have on master level. Let me check. Management and leadership, marketing, and master on MBA. Unfortunately, international relations now we not started.
জি ভাইয়া, আমিও তো
Is
আপনার
there? Oh, I'll just come next anyway. Let him go first.
Is there any science-related subject for BSc?
Unfortunately, no. Science, unfortunately, and IT, we do not have this kind of programs right now.
Hi there.
Hello.
I have completed SSC and 2050 and ACC 2070. Can I apply your university?
To bachelor program?
Yes.
Yes, you can. We always recommend that the study gap should be 5 years in case of bachelor student and 8 years in case of master student. So you can apply for bachelor.
Already, I have honors first year completed final exam. So my study gaps already 7 years. So can you accept in your university?
You can apply. It is just a recommendation, but the admission team always check the documentation and the student individually, so you can get acceptance no matter if the study gap is a little bit more than 5 years.
More than 7 years, ma'am.
The 7 years is more than 5 years. Yes. So that's, you mentioned that it is around 7 years. So it's okay.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
Hello.
Hello. Well, I have a question. I completed my bachelor in 2013, and now I want to complete my master's. So, is it possible?
Yes, it's a. We need a good motivation letter. Why would you like to sit back and study at the university? What is your aim with the after the graduation? A good CV, of course, but yes, you can apply. Because in case of master applicants, there is a requirement, a motivation letter, a CV, and if you have a
Okay, thank you.
recommendation letter from your workplace.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Hello.
ma'am,
Hello, ma'am.
recently I completed my higher secondary school, and here my GPA was 4.08 out of 5. Can I apply for bachelor in
So what is
Budapest
the-
Metropolitan University?
Yes, what is the GPA result out of 5?
4.08 out of 5.
It will be enough. It will be enough. Because I think 60%, as Jubed mentioned, it is 3.5 out of 5.
Hello, ma'am.
My passing year
Ma'am, how ma'am?
2022.
Sorry?
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am,
I have a question. Okay.
Ma'am, my passing year 2022.
2022, it's okay, it's fine.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
If you graduated in and have a certification from 2022, it's okay. You can apply.
I have a query about master's program.
Yes?
Yes, already I have completed my MBA and honors. My subject was hotel management in honors, 3.54 CGPA, and also I have completed my MBA in HRM. So am I eligible for master's program, another master's program?
Yes, you can apply, of course. So the admission team will check your previous degree from the university, of course, not a high school diploma, but it is above 60%. You can apply. I mentioned that you need to write a good motivation letter. A CV is a requirement as well, and a work experience of a recommendation letter from your previous workplaces. It is as well.
Which CGPA is considered for master's program?
Master program, yes, the GPA of the master program, yes.
So which CGPA will be considered? Is it honors or MBA?
It is a good question. I can double check it for you tomorrow only, because this is the documentation check. To tell you the truth, it is the responsibility for our admission team.
Hello, ma'am. I have a
I
query.
am responsible for the international student, yes, but the documentation check is not my responsibility. So I will double check that which degree will be checked during the documentation check.
I have a question.
Hello, ma'am. My name is. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, I am.
Hello, ma'am.
এক এক করে কোশ্চেন করেন প্লিজ এক এক করে
My name is
কোশ্চেন করেন
Bhaskar Saha.
Hello, ma'am.
And
Yes.
I complete my diploma in mechanical engineering at
Yes.
Kumila Polytechnic Institute. I want to study in my bachelor in
Bachelor.
automobile engineering. Yes, ma'am. In automobile engineering. So
But you
can I
mentioned
apply?
that you graduated in a university in engineering program, and you would like to start a bachelor
ma'am.
program.
Yes, bachelor
Why
program
don't you apply
in
for a
automobile
master?
engineering.
But why you don't apply for a master program if you graduated at a university already?
No, diploma is intermediate level. Diploma is
It is not a problem. So if you completed and graduated in engineering, and we do not have engineering on master level, but you are interested in business administration or any of our master program, because if somebody applying for a master program, there is a documentation check and a department check, which means that our academic, from the professors, from the academic part, will check your previous diploma, and they will check how many credits you collected. And if your credits is not enough to start the normal program because you graduated at engineering, and you have less credit than it is necessary to start the normal program, there is a pre-master program, a pre-master semester, and you can collect the missing credits, and then you can start the normal master program. So if you have a degree from another university, no matter at which program, like engineering, please apply to the master program, choose a master program, and after the credit check, the admission team will recommend you a preparatory semester if you have missing credits, or maybe you can start the normal program if your credits need the minimum criteria.
Ma'am, I am Anis
Thank you.
Rahman.
Ma'am, I have a query about master program.
Bachelor degree. Hello.
ঐশী আপু আপনি একটু সিরিয়াল বাই কল করলে ভালো হয়।
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I have a query about master's program. I have already completed my bachelor degree from India.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, can I now apply in a master's program?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. If your degree is accredited, it's accepted any other university, of course we will accept it as well. So as I mentioned, in case of master level, there is a department check. So the professors will check how many credits you collected, and if it's enough for the normal program, you can start it. And if it's not enough for the normal program, there will be a preparatory semester.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am,
My course was
I have
3 years course. So
Hello, ma'am.
I have need to apply P-masters or directly master's program?
No, just the master programs. And if the credits are not enough, then the pre-master will be recommended to you, because it's not your decision. You are not able to know now that the credits will be enough for the normal program or no. Just apply for the master program, a normal program, and after the credit check, the admission team will let you know, will inform you that it is enough for the normal program, or you should start a preparatory master program before the normal. So now apply to the master. And
Hello,
then
ma'am. I have already. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
I have
a question. Hello.
Excuse me, guys. Can you maintain your line, please? Just maintain your line.
আচ্ছা
Can you do yourself, please? Obviously, just you pick up people.
ঐশী আপু আপনি একটু মেইনটেইন করেন, সিরিয়াল মেইনটেইন করেন ঐশী আপু।
আচ্ছা ওয়েট আমি
সবাইকে একটু সুযোগ দেন না ভাই।
আচ্ছা ওয়েট, আমি স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ নাম নিচ্ছি। আমি শুধু যার নাম নেব সে অন করে প্রশ্ন করবেন, বাকিরা মিউট রাখবেন প্লিজ।
জি।
আচ্ছা শাকিল গাজী আছেন, রাসেল মোল্লা, Okay, Farhad.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
I have completed my bachelor degree in 2011. I have an MOI, but I have no IELTS score because of I didn't sit with IELTS. In this situation, can I apply any state university?
As you
No,
mentioned,
really.
you graduated, you finished the studies in 2011, so it's more than 10 years. It's I think it's a big study gap. So I don't recommend to apply because I think you will be rejected because it's a really huge study gap.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Nuruzrul Islam.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I have been teaching in an intermediate college for 20 years. Now I have been teaching in an intermediate college for 2010, from 2010, and now I am to complete PhD program. Is it possible for me in a university for PhD program? I
Unfortunately,
completed.
yes, but we do not have PhD program. We have only bachelor and master. In the future, it's a plan to have PhD programs as well, to start PhD programs as well. But unfortunately, for this fall semester, won't start any PhD program.
I passed the master degree in physics in 2002. In 2002. Now again I continue masters.
It's too much, so it's more than 20 years. So I think it's a really huge study gap. So unfortunately, you won't be accepted.
In your country, Hungary, another university, I can.
I don't know. You should check. I know that our university, the 20-year study gap is a big study gap, unfortunately.
Any diploma course possible? Okay, thank you.
Okay, Tarek Aziz.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. Actually, I completed diploma in mechanical in 2023. You also mentioned your university will accept for 5 years more gaps. So I want to apply in graphics design. It is possible.
Yes, if somebody applying to art-related programs, you have to upload a portfolio work as well. So from the professors need some works from your previous work. So is that the difference, that there are an additional portfolio work requirement in case of graphic design? You have to upload this work as well. Jubed and the StudyFirstInfo has the detailed requirements in case of graphic design, because you mentioned that you graduated at a completely other program, so engineering. Maybe you will need a preparatory semester as well, because the credits won't be enough. But of course, if the portfolio works is approved, is accepted, it's a good one. You have a really of course, I just can recommend to apply.
Have I need any exam before application?
No, there is no exam. As I mentioned, you have to add, you have to upload some work from your previous drawings, or I will send, and the StudyFirstInfo has that what kind of work you have to upload, what you did earlier. And in case of art-related programs, that's the requirement. Some works must be uploaded.
Actually, ma'am, my background is diploma, which is equivalent is HSC. Have any problem?
No, it's not a problem. So as I mentioned, if the credit will be not enough, because there is a documentation check and your previous degree will be checked, how many credits you collected, and the credits are not enough to start the master graphic design program, you will be recommended a preparatory semester. You can collect the missing credits, and then you can start the normal program. But to apply any of our art program, because generally the passport must be uploaded, the previous school result must be uploaded, the previous degree in case of master student, a motivation letter in case of master student, a CV in case of master student, and the portfolio work. So some of your works must be uploaded in case of art-related programs. So that's the requirement. So no other exams, only the Zoom interview, of course, but the portfolio work is the additional thing in case of art-related programs. So you have to upload some of our previous works.
Thank you, ma'am. Of course, I will contact with the agency. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you are welcome.
Ma'am, hello. My name is Adnan. I have completed BBS
Wait,
from
wait,
3 years
wait.
program.
ওয়েট, আমি কি আপনার নাম নিয়েছি, আপনারা আনমিউট করেছেন কেন? মিউট রাখেন সবাই। মুমরেজ দোহা। আছেন?
Hello,
Asif
ma'am.
Iqbal.
Hello, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay.
So, ma'am, I have recently completed my higher secondary exam with GPA 4.83 out of 5. So, I'm from science background, and as she already said, there is no science-related programs maybe in their university, but I'm still interested. So, my concern is, as I'm not from my education background is not related to those programs I'm planning to apply. Is there any problem with that?
So what kind of certificate do you have, from high school or from university degree?
I have completed my high secondary exam, HSC.
Oh, it's not a problem. So if you completed the high school, it's not a problem. So you can apply. There is only a Zoom interview, and we need the GPA, of course, the 60% GPA, but it's not so you can apply. So it's no matter what kind of high school you completed, it's not a problem. You can apply, of course. Just the 60% is the mandatory requirement. The average.
Is there any opportunity for scholarship or something like that?
Just the excellent scholarship I mentioned. Unfortunately, we do not have any other, but it is not impossible, because many many students from Bangladesh got it the last semester. So I think around 5 or 6. But because this is a merit-based scholarship, so that's why they are checking the GPA. So it should be higher, so around 90%. They will check your English knowledge and the personal motivation, which is in the Zoom interview. So this is the only what we can offer now. But if you submit your application now, because you know that if there is an early bird period now, so you can get 10% discount from the first year tuition fee. If you submit your application through StudyFirstInfo, and in 2 weeks after this webinar, you can get more 10% discount from the first semester tuition fee. So I think it could be a really good discount if you add the webinar discount and the early bird discount.
So, like, what's the criteria for the scholarship? I mean, is there any written exam or something like that, or it's just
No,
an
no, no, no,
interview?
no. There is no, and you are not able to apply directly. It is an award after the admission process by our admission team. So as I mentioned, they will check three things: your English knowledge, your Zoom interview performance, the personal motivation, and the third thing, the previous school result. And as this is a merit-based scholarship, the previous school result should be around 90% or above 90%, the average. So this
Okay, so
is the three things.
last question is like, to check my English, is there needed any IELTS or TOEFL result, or it will be just
No,
online based?
no, now not, because for everybody, no matter if the student has an IELTS or don't have an IELTS, they do not have the IELTS, there is a oral Zoom interview, and the English knowledge of the student will be tested there. So that's why we do not need the certificate itself, just the knowledge, because of course you must know English, you must speak in English, because the visa interview will be in English, and of course the Zoom interview will be in English. So, but the certificate itself is not a mandatory requirement for our admission procedure.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hello, Japo. I have really important question to ask from EVAGAL ma'am, because I have already applied for February intake and I have already got my acceptance letter from Budapest Metropolitan University, but I'm not getting the appointment from embassy. So what can Budapest Metropolitan University do for me?
So we always send the accepted student list to the consul, so he will know that who are the student got acceptance from us, and that's the only thing what we can do. So we are not able to push the consul. We are not able to book appointment instead of you, because this is an individual process. What we can do, because the semester will start at the end of February, the 26th of February, so you are really, really in time. I think they are opening slots continuously, and I think the admission, the process of the visa, a little bit different now. So first of all, you have to write an email to the consul for the visa appointment. You have to send your documentation through an email. They are checking it, and if everything is correct, only after they will call you and they will invite you to the oral Zoom interview. But now you are in time, so as the intake will start at the end of February, and of course, if there will be a little delay, and you can come only in March, there won't be any problem, because the deadline of the enrollment is middle of April. So if you will be late a little, of course there won't be a problem. Of course you can, you have to catch up the classes, because of course you will miss some classes, but you have time for the visa now, if you have the acceptance letter from us, because it's only December. So I really do hope that you can get the appointment in January, and you will get the result in 1.5 months or maximum 2 months.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You are welcome.
Rokibul Hassan number.
But we will, Jubed, we will send the accepted student list in January because we are still waiting some of the tuition fees to get confirmation from the finance team that it's arrived. We have to issue the final acceptance letter. So when we receive all the final acceptance letter for the student, we are now pending because they send a SWIFT copy about the transaction, but the financial team didn't confirm that the amount arrived. So after everything is in order, all the students sent and paid the fees, and all the fees arrived, we will send at the beginning of January the accepted student list to the console. Yes, it happened with other students as well, that they get a call that come tomorrow. So yes, yes.
In this case, it's easy to wait for every time for any day, so that can be happen. And I think we have তাদেরকে নিয়োগ করেন for a minute. Sorry, actually.
Yeah, I have always faith in StudyFirstInfo and Jubed bhai. So thank you so much, and I hope we will get the appointment for embassy. And let's see. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. Continue back.
আচ্ছা, রকিবুল হাসান রুবেল।
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
আনিসুর রহমান, মিউট করেন।
Ma'am, Rukibul Hassan is here.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, how is the visa ratio?
It depends, but in this fall, yes, the fall semester, the last fall semester, 22 students got visa. And in the last year, so in 2023, the fall and the spring intake, 69 students got acceptance and got visa and enrolled to the university. So I think that there are two main reasons of the rejection. One of the English knowledge. So it's really, really important to improve your English, because many times it happens that you are applying for the visa and the visa interview is in English, and you are not able to speak in English, or the student not able to speak in English, and there must be a translator who can help with the student and translate the sentences to your language. So the first reason is the lack of the English knowledge, because you are applying for our normal programs, which will be taught in English. So it could be the reason that your English knowledge is not enough for the normal program. So the embassy asking that how can it be that you got the final acceptance letter as you won't understand anything during the program, or the other reason is the financial background. So it's really important, and it is mentioned that that's why we are asking the first year tuition fee, because if you can pay the first year tuition fee, you and your family seems much more financially stable for the embassy. And they are checking 6 months, so it's always recommended to have on the bank account minimum 10,000 euro or between 10,000 and 14,000 euro without the tuition fee. So it's important. Because the other reason, as I mentioned, for the rejections, the financial background, that you won't be able to cover your expenses during your stay here in Hungary. But the visa 70%, so I can say that 70% is the visa acceptance ratio. So it's I think it's good.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Raji Ahmed.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Hello.
I have a completed BBA in marketing 2014. I would like to admission this university. My BBA result 2.82 out of 4. Is it possible? Can I apply MBA programs? I have no English proficiency, but I have a MOI.
It's not a problem. You know that we do not need any certification. So if you have MOI and if you can speak English, there won't be any problem, not only at our Zoom interview, but at the visa interview either. So what is your school result out of 4? And what is the result, the average result?
2.82.
2.82. Unfortunately, won't be enough, because out of 4, but please, Jubet, help me, it is 3.0, which is the minimum, which means the 60%.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay, Naim Hussain.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, does your university have a digital marketing program?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, I see that
We have just general marketing, but not digital one.
I'd say that that's it. The marketing subject.
Yes,
I
we
see
have
that.
marketing. Yes, we have marketing.
But my study is science background. So can I study in marketing?
On master level?
Yes. No, bachelor.
You can, yes. So it's not a problem. I mentioned that you can apply, just the minimum requirement is the 60%. So bachelor applicants, the only requirement you have to pay attention, it is the 60% average GPA, nothing else. So it's no matter which program you studied before, what kind of certificate you have, the most important thing is the 60% GPA.
Yes, my SSC GPA 4.33, ACC GPA 4.21. So
I think it's both of is good, because 3.5 out of 5 and 3.0 out of 4 is the minimum. So it's enough. It's good. You can apply.
But ma'am, few minutes ago I asked you a question. My study gap already 7 years.
Oh yes, 7.
Yes.
Let's try it. The only thing I can say that the only thing you can lose, but it is that because there is 200 euro registration fee. You know that I unfortunately on the presentation it was 100 euro, but in case of student from Bangladesh it is 200 euro, the registration fee after submitting the application. So you can lose this registration fee because but maybe I will double check it for you that it is the 7 years. It is too much, or it is yes, because all the application evaluating individually. So the admission team check the documentation, read the motivation letter, the CV individually. So if you are a really good applicant, I'm sure that they won't reject you.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anisur Rahman.
Thank you. Usha,
Anisur Rahman.
Yeah, ma'am, I have completed my bachelor degree. My CGPA is low, out of 2.62. I can apply your university.
But if you mention that your CGPA is low and under 60%, unfortunately you will be rejected.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Lutfur Rahman. Abu Tahir Muhib.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. I have a question. I have completed my bachelor program in 2021 and my major was accounting and my CGPA was 2.94. Can I eligible for in university for master's program?
It is low, unfortunately, because you know that 3.0 from out of 4, it is the 60%. So it is less than 3.0, and you mentioned that 2.9 is something. So I think, unfortunately, it is less than 60%. It is less than 60%.
Okay, I will check. Okay, thank you, ma'am, for your
You
time.
are welcome. You are welcome.
Dida Sheikh.
15 minutes. It is 27 hours per week. So you can calculate that for a month at how many hours should be. And I didn't mention, but the university has a career center And it's really important to apply. So we have many contracted partners, international bigger companies and smaller companies as well. So they can help you with the applying process. And it's really, really recommend to apply through their help and not just individually, because it's never safe. So use our career center, and they can help you with the process. Of course, they can help you find a company as well. But I can tell that now, as far as the consulate opened in Dhaka, and we have welcoming more and more students from Bangladesh, you have a community here in Hungary. So it's a really, really helpful small group. And I'm sure that as soon as you will arrive, you will find them and they will help you with everything. And maybe they can recommend job opportunities you as well. But as I mentioned, the most safe to apply through our career center help. The summer holiday period in Hungary, it is the end of June, because you know that at the university there are 2 exams period. It start at the end of December and start the end of January, and the other is start the beginning of or the end of May, and it will end the end of June. So there are 2 months exactly, which is the summer holiday period. And of course, if you find a job during the studying period, and you can discuss with the company that in the summer holiday period you would like to work more than 27 hours per week, so you would like to find a job in a full-time period, of course you can discuss it. But you should be here, you must be here, and you should start the work and then discuss with the company when you are there and when you are here. So if you would like to work in a part-time job during the education, as I mentioned, you can earn around 300 and 400 euro per month, depending on the company. But in Hungary, let me count it. Just give me a second. So around 1,000 euro, 1,000 or 500 euro, it depends on the company, of course. If you are working at a big IT company, of course, the salary will be higher. And if you will work at a restaurant, maybe it depends on the restaurant, but will be less. So you can calculate around 1,000 euro. So it's an average, I can say it. But of course, there are much more higher and a little bit lower, but the 1,000 euro is an average. 1,500 maybe. So it's a really good option. I cannot exactly tell to you, but of course, if you can apply. There is a possibility in Hungary which is called 9 months stay back option. So when you graduate at the university, you can extend your residency permit, because you know that the residency permit is valid only if you are an active student of the university. So if you enroll, as soon as you won't enroll, the residency permit will be cancelled or banned, so it's not valid anymore. But after the graduation, even if you are not enrolled, of course, because you graduated, there is 9 months you can stay here in Hungary. You can extend the residency permit. And if you would like to find a job here, of course you can. Or if you are working at any company in a part-time job, of course you can change the contract for a full-time, and they can start to complete your work permit as well. So you have almost a year to find something here or update your contract with the company you are already working at. It's accredited, yes. So our degree is accredited, the university accredits. Of course, you can be a transfer student, you can take your credits to the other university. So all the university has a process for it. So how to handle the transfer student, what is count, what they accept, what they won't accept, but our degree and the university is an accredited one. So all over the Europe, they will accept our semester, so our and our degree as well. Yes, I will send you a link because, of course, many times we have an inquiry to be a transfer student. So it's you, of course, it is a need to check by the academic part that what is the curriculum, what credits we can accept. So there is a credit check always, but of course it's possible. So we have transfer students who stop the studying period at the second or third semester, and they will continue from the third or fourth semester here. This is a credit and curriculum check by our academic part. There is a different evaluation process. I can send, of course, you all the detailed information and link what are the requirements in this case. And of course, if some in any case or in any reason the credits are not enough, or the student can be a transfer student, of course, there is always a way to start from the beginning, so from the first semester at our university. So if he is eligible, he have the minimum GPA, he's a good student, they can start from the beginning as well. Mhm. Yes, 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 yes. I will send you the link. So I think it's a different process. And maybe, of course, because the admission team must know about this, because they will responsible for this process as well. Of course, it's important to write them an email as well regarding the student name. But I will send you the link in case of transfer student, what they have to upload, what is the detailed process. You can contact me anytime. Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining to this webinar. I'm really happy that many students Of course, we can. With pleasure. Thank you for joining us, and I really do hope that we can welcome many of you in the coming semester. Thank you for coming.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম ভাইয়া, আমার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল।
আপনার সেবা আছে তা না, বিজনেস আমাদের বুদাপেস্ট বিজনেস আছে, আমাদের আরো 3-4টা ভার্সিটি সেই জিনিসগুলো আমরা 1/5
আনিসুর রহমান ভাইয়া,
আমার
এটা
লো
একটু মুভ
সিজিপি
করেন।
2.62 ভাইয়া, এটা দিয়ে কি সম্ভব?
মিউট করেন, একটু মিউট করেন kindly।
আমি একটা প্রশ্ন করতাম। জি, আমি আমার এসএসসি সাল হচ্ছে 2020, 0.4.50 আর্টস ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড, এন্ড এইচএসসি সাল হচ্ছে 2022,